Harivam students, welcome back to the online session with the topic of plants living and surviving part 2. In previous sessions, we have discussed about the definition of adaptation, how the plants adapt to their surroundings. According to the plant's adaptation, plants can be segregated into two categories, terrestrial and aquatic plants. Terrestrial plants. Plants which grow on land. Those plants we should call as terrestrial plants. So we have different land forms. In the particular land form, what are the plants will grow on that and what are the features of those plants, and for example, plants in plains, plants in deserts, plants in marshy areas, plants in hot and humid regions. We have discussed these are all the things about terrestrial plants in previous session. Now I am going to explain about aquatic plants. How many are there? How they adapt to their surroundings? And what are those plants? How many parts it can be segregated? So such kind of things we will learn in this session. Aquatic plants. What is mean by aqua? Aqua means water. Aquatic plants means the plants which are live in or grow in water. Such kind of plants we should call as aquatic plants. Let's see the definition. Plants that grow in water are known as aquatic plants. Once again I am repeating. Plants that grow in water are known as aquatic plants. These are of three types. These aquatic plants can be segregated into three types. What are they? First one, floating plants, fixed plants, underwater plants. What are they? Floating plants, fixed plants and underwater plants. Let's see the flowchart of aquatic plants. Aquatic plants are three types. What are they? First one is floating plants, second one is fixed plant, and third one is underwater plants. The plants which will float on water, those plants we should call as floating plants. The plants which will fixed in underwater, the roots are fixed in the water, that plants we should call as fixed plants. The plants completely it will be in underwater. The which plants will grow in underwater, so such kind of plants we should call as underwater plants. This is underwater plants, completely it will be in water. The first one, floating plants. What is mean by floating plants? The plants which will float on water, those plants we should call as floating plants. Let's see the features of these plants. These plants float because they are either light or small in size. So such kind of plants will be small size, either lightweight, so that it can easily float on the water. This plant protects small water animals from the heat of the sun. So these plants will protect the small water animals because these plants fully cover the total water. It is sometimes we can't see that whether water is there or not in that pond. So that like that it is fully covered with the plants. Observe the pictures here. So it is water hyacinth. This is the plant of water hyacinth. This we should call as duckweed. This is duckweed and this is water hyacinth. These are the examples of the floating plants. Even water lettuce also one of the example of floating plants. So what are the examples of the floating plants? Duckweed, water hyacinth and water lettuce. These are the examples of the floating plants. These are the examples of the floating plants. The plants which will float on water, those plants we should call as floating plants. Next one, fixed plants. Some plants are fixed to the bed of the pond. We can find some of the plants will be fixed in the soil which is present in underwater. So such kind of plants we should call as fixed plants. The stem of these plants are hollow and light which keeps the leaves and the flowers afloat. So the stem of these plants or hollow and light. We can observe that stem, we can find the hole in middle of the stem. We can find the hole so that it is lightweight and it can easily float on the water. And it helps them to that leaves and flowers also float on the surface of water. These are also used to make tasty dishes. The stems also, the tender ones will use for the cooking in adding some of the dishes. Even the seeds of the flowers also will use to make curries and they are adding in some of the dishes also. The leaves are broad and has stomata only on the upper side. Actually, plants have stomata in underside of the leaf. And the back side of the leaf, the stomata will be presented for remaining plants. But these fixed plants, the stomata will be on upper side. So the top of the leaf will be presented with stomata which helps to breathe through that stomata. If it is in underside, what will happen? The total leaf will be sink in the water. It cannot take breathe. If once it is opening that stomata, means what will happen? So the water also will be entering into the leaf get spoiled. So that the stomata will be present in upper side of the leaf. So it can easily respire. And these leaves fully covered with wax coating. So when just we can sink that leaf, immediately the water will not get wet. The leaf will not get wet. Definitely the leaf will not get wet. Did you observe that if you add one drop of water on the leaves, it will stay like that only? Yes or no? We can observe the drop also on that leaf. When we shake it, it will move on the leaf also. Because due to the presence of wax. They have wax coating. These broad floating leaves provide a nesting place for some of the birds. And even some of the birds and insects also will be stay on that leaf sometimes. It will stay on that leaves and some of them will stay long time also. Long period of time also it will stay on those leaves. Even small birds also. What are the examples of these fixed plants? Observe the picture here. This is lotus. This is a which plant? Lotus plant. This is the one of the example of the fixed plant. The another one is water lily. This is also one of the examples of the fixed plants. Observe here that the stem also we can find here. See. So it is a hollow stem. We can find the stem also and the leaves of these plants easily it will float on this water. The stomata will be present in upper side of the leaf. The next one, underwater plants. These plants have long ribbon-like narrow leaves. These leaves arise in cluster from the roots and have no stomata at all. These plants completely underwater. Sometimes we can't see these plants also. So these plants leaves like a ribbons. So broad structure of that, and it's like a ribbon type leaves. That ribbon like narrow leaves will be presented, and these plants do not have any stomata. If stomata is there, means what will happen? The water also will be enter into that leaf. The leaf will get spoiled. Yes or no? So that these plants do not have stomata. They breathe through their body surface. These underwater plants will breathe through that body surface. These plants clean the water by removing the carbon dioxide breathed out by aquatic animals like fish and turtles. So how these underwater plants are breathing? So all the what are the aquatic animals will be present in that underwater. These animals will release carbon dioxide. So these plants, what are the underwater plants, use this carbon dioxide and releasing oxygen to those underwater animals. Examples are tape grass, hydrilla and pondweed. These are the examples of these underwater plants. That's why nowadays we are also growing in underwater some of the plants in our aquariums. If we are keeping those underwater plants in our aquarium, need not to keep that oxygen motor. So we can grow in that aquarium itself such kind of plants which release oxygen. So those plants will release oxygen for the fishes. So definitely in aquarium you have to grow these underwater plants. These are the examples of the aquatic plants. This is tape grass and this is pondweed or hydrillas also we can find here. This is also tape grass plants. So this is tape grass plants. See, observe here the root. From the root itself the leaves are growing. So there is no branches at all. It is like a bushes type will be grow in underwater. These leaves will be released oxygen for the underwater animals, and these plants do not have any stomata. It will breathe through the surface of the leaf. Surface of the leaf. Let's summarize the topic of in this session aquatic plants. The plants which will grow in water, such kind of plants we should call as aquatic plants. These aquatic plants can be segregated into three types. What are they? Floating plants, fixed plants, underwater plants. Floating plants. The plants which will float on water, these plants will called as floating plants. Second one is fixed plants. The plants which will fixed in underwater, such kind of plants we should call as fixed plants. Example, lotus and water lily. And the third one is underwater plants. These plants will be grow in underwater. Examples are pondweed, hydrilla and tape grass. These are all the plants examples of these underwater plants. So underwater plants do not have any stomata, and the fixed plants will be presented the upper side of the leaf. Upper side of the leaf the stomata will be presented even for floating plants also with waxy coating. So, but these underwater plants do not have stomata. It will breathe through that body surface. Hari Om. Thank you.